Thank you for coming on a Friday afternoon. I really appreciate that. I know it is a really unusual time to talk about democracy. And so I want to start this a little differently than the average political thing. And the way I'd like us to start is by going around and having everyone say their first name and one thing that you are proud about that America has done or built. One thing you're proud about America has done or built. Last night in Cleveland, somebody said Yosemite. Another said Medicare. Another said Social Security. You can take it in whatever direction you want. But this is a perfect size group to maybe start with more of a conversation than a speech. One thing you're proud about. Do you mind starting, Barb?
Well, my name is Barb Clark, and I'm proud to be an American.
250 years old next summer.
250 years old.
I'm Mindy, and I'm proud of our Olympic competitors right now. They're impressive.
Yeah. Anybody see the 1,000-meter speed skating the other night?
Oh, yeah.
That was incredible. I think it was a record. Yeah.
I'm Karen. I've been around a long time, so I've seen it come and go. So I've said lots of things I've been proud of, and then sort of lots of things turning backwards from where back where we started. I started in the military and arrived from Illinois into Tennessee to see white-only signs up. I saw them come down.
That's something to be proud of.
I saw that. Now I'm concerned.
Yeah.
We're turning around. So.
Yeah. When would that have been in Tennessee?
I arrived there in 1962.
Yeah.
And before that, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Tennessee.
The president was Kennedy, and I was also involved in our base was the one that was the basis of the riots at Ole Miss. We were the hospital that received the gunshot wounds.
Is that Memphis then? Yeah.
Yep, Memphis.
Barb, what part of Tennessee were you from?
I'm from a little place called Brownsville.
Wow.
It's about 60 miles from Memphis.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up there. I remember the Civil Rights Movement, but I found more prejudice here in Erie County than I ever did there.
Wow. That's really interesting. I grew up on a small family farm, and so I went to a program in Nashville that was for pre-medical students who were from non-traditional backgrounds. And so it was a really interesting group because it was black pre-medical students and farm kids, because both are underrepresented in medicine. And I got to meet in Nashville Diane Nash just before she passed. She was the leader who organized the Freedom Rides out of Fisk University.
Yes.
And she told this wonderful story. She was a student at Fisk University when they were getting ready for, I think it was the first summer of the Freedom Rides.
Okay.
And Newsweek was going to do a feature article. And the Newsweek person was trying to get in touch with Diane Nash. Remember, I think she was a sophomore in undergrad at this time. And her schedule was very busy that spring before the Freedom Rides. And so the Newsweek person asked the secretary for Nash, well, can we meet at 8 a.m.? And we said, no, she's busy. What about 7? No, she's busy. But she could meet you at 5 a.m. And the Newsweek person said, oh, these kids are going to win. And they did. And they did. A sophomore in college taking interviews at 5 a.m. But anyway, Derek?
The Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah.
My name is Peggy, and I'm proud of all the people that are standing up for our democracy.
I'm Jane, and what I was most proud of is the strength that I felt that our country had with and it wasn't no bullying. It was just like a whole different approach before, and all of a sudden it's changed, and it's pretty disappointing and discouraging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm proud of people who are willing to run for office nowadays because the political atmosphere out here is terrible. And I'm so proud of you, proud of Mindy Kale, who's running for county commissioner, Erie County Commissioner, and Paul Meisel, who's running for county auditor. And I don't think that we've got Easton here, but he's running for state rep, House District 89.
Yeah.
So anybody that's willing at this point to be strong enough to stand up and want to make positive change, because with everything going backwards, as everybody has said, you know, there's only one party that's doing that, and it's difficult when you're in a minority right now. I mean, Erie County has its cycles, but we are in that dumpster cycle right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for that. Ed?
Ed Leonard, I live over in Vermillion, and new chair of the Erie County Board of Elections. And I just want to say how proud I am of all of our election professionals, the true election professionals who work tirelessly to make sure that our elections run fairly and accurately. And so, because they are under tremendous pressure, particularly in this day and age. I mean, there are folks out there that are trying to make it as difficult as possible, and then, you know, some of the folks at the elected level were trying to make it as difficult as possible, but the true election professionals on the ground are doing everything they can to make sure that it's done right.
Yeah. Anybody in here a poll worker or ever worked the polls?
I haven't.
Oh, wow, that's a high hit rate. Thank you for that. Those are, I'm a poll worker in Warren County. Those are long days. Yeah.
Paul Meisel, I'm very proud of the antitrust laws that have been passed over the last century, and I hope we start enforcing them again.
I'm Becky Meisel, and actually proud of Paul right now that he's putting himself out there to run, that he's showing our adult grown children and grandchildren a good example of, you know, you gotta put yourself out there. So.
Yeah. And you're running for auditor, is that right,
Yeah.
Paul? Someone was telling me the retirement system for public employees in Erie County has had a lot of finagling by the Republicans who've been running it. Is that,
I don't know if that's true, but I saw some things that didn't look quite right to me when I was going through the county financial statements, so I'm gonna be doing some more research on that.
yeah. Dean?
I'm Dean, and this gentleman stole my thunder because I was going to say that I was very proud of the people that had the intelligence and the wherewithal to come up with our Constitution in those early days,
Yeah.
not even talking about the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
So in lieu of that, I will say at this point, I'm very proud of our judicial system and the people that are a part of that at the present time, because truly, I think they are the ones that are holding the line right now. And while what we're going through, I like to think is very temporary, still, we need them to hold fast until we can rectify what we did.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of those judges are actually were appointed by President Trump during his first term, who have thankfully showed some backbone that our senators, including Husted, have unfortunately not shown.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mark?
I think I'm gonna go with, you know, public institutions like museums or things, these buildings or locations that are made to just be a service to the people of communities, you know, that are free and grand and stand the test of time.
Yeah. Yeah, we were at the Cleveland Museum of Art this morning. I mean, what a beautiful building and institution, and free to go in, so.
I'm Mary Ann, and in the past I've been very proud of the foreign relationships with other countries and the leadership that we had in the past.
Yeah.
Jim, and I'm proud we're a nation of immigrants.
Yes.
Yes.
I am Mike. I'm proud of a couple things. I'm proud of the fact that we live in a country where my dad's family can come as indentured servants and create a home, create a family. On my mom's side, I am proud of people who have been here since before Ohio was a state and created what we have today.
Well, thanks for that. So I have a 6 and an 8-year-old, and they are in their astronaut phase. And so I always say the Apollo missions. But both because it was 500,000 Americans worked on the Apollo missions at some level in the 1960s. It wasn't just the famous ones. But also, of course, it was a kid from Wapakoneta, Ohio, of all places on Earth, Neil Armstrong, who was the first human being on the moon. So we have a lot of Ohio pride for that. I know that's not a conventional way to start. And so I want to describe why I like to start that way, especially right now in America. There's 3 reasons. One, if there is an argument that Democrats have really lost over the last 40 years that hurts all of us very badly, it's the old Reagan argument that government can do nothing good and just has to get out of the way while private corporations and billionaires take care of everyone and everything. And there's a weakness to that argument. That argument relies on fake news and an Ohio that does not exist and never did. And there is a strength to our argument that we have not exploited politically. And that's that there is no community in Ohio where we need to go and invent a reality. No, we need to go and ask people about their lives. Where do their kids go to school? 9 times out of 10 in Ohio, it's a public school. Their aunt who needed to be in the hospital for antibiotics. What kind of insurance was she on? Was it Medicare, Medicaid, VA benefits? Better than a 50-50 chance in Ohio? It's one of those 3. So we just need to ask people about their lives. Second, if in a representative democracy nearly 250 years old this summer, you need a group of people with shared values but different priorities, a room full of people that are proud of different things, that don't counter each other, it's a really good way to start. You can have national parks, and you can have a constitution, and you can have antitrust laws. In fact, it probably works best if you have them all. And number 3, I'm not sure about everybody in this room, but the last decade of Trump has felt a lot like playing whack-a-mole. You wake up and all of a sudden you got to have an opinion on some issue you never dreamed needing an opinion on. Invading Greenland.
Not invading.
Yeah!